Kite has known Raiji, or Sir Raiji as he calls him, for a few months now. As he diligently prepares Raiji's room for his next visit, he thinks back to when he first became his steward. Kite learned pretty quickly that Raiji only cared about a few things: fighting, booze, and his lizard Basil. So Kite took it upon himself to master everything else: promotional deals, investments, hiring a staff for Raiji's estate, and much more. He feels as if he owes it to Raiji to do these things. He's seen how some of the other fighters treat their stewards, and while Raiji has his flaws, he treats him as an equal. Kite's floppy ears perk up as he hears Sarkanda speaking to the Red Devil's steward in the hallway outside. Something about dust and how the steward hasn't heard from the Red Devil in days. Sarkanda does not seem happy. Under Kite, the Colosseum, and all of Ward 7, Raiji and the rest of the party are looking into demon dust dealers. After their efforts pointed them to a doctor in the northwest neighborhoods of Ward 8, Renestier, or the Prophet, spotted someone snooping on the party. A rooftop chase ended in everyone cornering the creature in a doorway, as we cut to Eamon having just dispelled their invisibility. Yeah, you see a brown-furred rat folk, alert yellow eyes, a scar along the left of his jaw where there's no hair growing. He wears a hooded black cloak, and you can see what looks like a hand crossbow and a belt with a couple potions on it and a knife dagger tucked into his side.
Yes, Raiji?
What? Phosphorus?
We're not brothers.
I look at the brown rat. Phosphorus?
I flick my whip and embed the blade in the wall next to him.
Okay, you do that.
Why are you watching us?
You were walking by.
No one takes invisibility potions for just
You were
watching
sneaking
people.
up on me.
I was walking.
Come on, man. You're loud as hell, and you were coming up.
Can I frisk him?
So how can you say I was sneaking?
Well, you're trying to. My apologies. You were trying to sneak up on me. You didn't succeed at sneaking up on me. You want to frisk him? Yeah.
Hey, that's a cool
Perception.
weapon.
Thanks.
Perception or thievery?
Perception.
I bet Renestier would like that weapon. I wish he was here to see it.
Probably not.
You can use thievery. That makes sense.
Let's not go speaking names
22.
too loud with a stranger here.
Oh,
22?
sorry.
Okay.
Renestier.
I mean, he has everything on him that I described. Nothing else.
Okay. I don't see like any notes or anything.
No.
All right.
Friend, is there any connection you may have to demon dust?
No. Is that
You said-
powder that's going around of late?
Yes. Is there anything you know about it? Anything you can tell us? While you tell us why you were invisible, you said you took a random potion from someone?
No, I drank one of the potions on my belt.
He's got a couple others.
Yeah.
Can I
Did you-
try to see if he's being honest?
Big boy here was sneaking up on me. Yeah. I'll roll a secret check for you. Yeah. He seems like he's being genuine, that he doesn't really fully know what's up with this group. You do see him, or like that he was like specifically looking towards you guys or anything, but you do see his eyes every so often, not really nervously, but like definitely he's more focused on Peter more than anyone else.
Do you know my friend here?
Don't know him.
What's
Looking
he-
for someone who looks a little like him, but it's not him.
Maybe I can help. Who are you looking for?
Can't tell you.
Please, it's in your best interest to cooperate.
I agree.
As I look towards
I agree and sort of like
this monstrous thing.
sort of just rattle my
Okay.
whip next to him.
Roll intimidation.
17.
Can't tell you.
I will cast blindness on him.
Okay.
No.
What kind of save is it?
I'll cast fear on him.
Okay.
3rd level.
What kind of save is it?
It is a will.
Nat 1.
So critical failure.
Yep.
Someone restrain him. 'Cause
He
I
will
grab-
be fleeing. Correct.
we're boxing him out. So
Yeah, I mean,
This would happen.
You guys don't need to roll. You're all. He's like boxed in.
Eamon's eyes would cloud over as he casts this spell and just sort of looks into him, and the air around you gets kind of like staticky, like it's in a storm almost. And yeah, he's target is frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round.
So what? Okay. Well, whatever. What do you want to know?
What you just told him, you can tell him. Who are you looking for?
Looking for a rat folk. Looks a little like him. Darker fur though.
Anything else?
You got a name?
Faxon.
Is that it's a male rat
That's
folk?
what I'm looking for. From what I understand.
Why are you looking for them?
What does it matter to you guys?
It matters.
My people want him.
Who's your people?
Rat folk?
Are you from the home country?
Yes.
You're not very strong, are you?
Not against you.
What did Faxon do?
Deserted.
Do I know if that's like... no, are you from the middle?
There's a very specific group that desert, like you can't desert from. If you do, it's a death sentence. I think you know what group I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is you don't do that because they're basically,
I think we should let him go.
Do you know of any
Okay.
street doctors giving out illegal powder?
This is a demon dust.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who? It's a female.
Well, I don't know who exactly. I just know that a couple nights back, big ass dude came through, pushed over this homeless guy. There was a fancy coat wearing and hat dude with him. Not that fancy, as he points to Eamon looks, was it me? Not like fancy, like fancy for this area, fancy for Ward 8, fancy. Was walking by. He mentioned something about spilling the powder, and then something about that the bag they went to the street on the corner. Not this corner, I can tell you which corner if it matters.
Show us.
Well, can I just tell you?
No.
Roll intimidation.
Circumstance because he's terrified?
No, that just lowers his DC. Yeah.
I can target
Also-
5 creatures. Everybody.
Everybody's terrified. Also,
tell us, please. You heard us.
it will still matter, but technically that lasts 18 seconds. 'Cause It
25.
goes down by one every turn. 25?
Yeah.
Okay, I can show you. Yeah, if you need it, I can show you.
Yes. Go. No.
Or we're just going to walk out and I move from the rooftops. Otherwise, we might get followed.
Fine.
Emma would walk away
Okay?
out into the street
Okay.
and try to just keep an eye out, but back to casual self, puts his hat back on.
Mm-hmm. You hear footsteps at the door, like of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and you see...
I get out of there.
Yeah, you see a dwarf open the door to like all of you. He looks turns around.
I'm
and
just going to flip him a gold coin. He didn't say anything.
he kind of rubs a bit of sleep out of it. He's like, you call it. He takes it and he
was
goes to the
sleepwalking.
door.
Craziest dream ever.
Yeah, like definitely like when you're asleep to the point that it kind of feels, or you just woke up to the point that it, like everything doesn't really feel real yet. So for sure,
Every night from this point, he's gonna hear a ruffle outside and like open his door
yeah,
and be
but
like,
gold. Yeah.
the spook fairy.
So this rat folk begins to lead you to wherever he believes this lady is.
So why are we seeing a doctor again? Is somebody sick? And where's Renistier?
Couldn't tell you.
Is Renistier sick?
Very.
We can talk about this later.
What's your name? My name's Raiji.
They call me the prophet.
Edgy.
Do you guys don't know each other? The rat folk says as he looks between Reggie and Renister.
No, we
don't
just
listen
met.
to. Just continue on walking. It is the middle of the night, correct? Out of game.
Yes,
It is
the middle night.
But the nightlife
to
here
remind you,
is
yeah,
more active.
Ward 8 is basically always cast in dim light, and it's underground. It's run by the cartel.
Wow.
Grogs are kind of the guards, what they call them.
While he's walking us to where he believes the doctor to be, could
Yeah.
I just keep an eye out? Whatever the action is for that, to just kind of like be watchful during that time.
Yeah, exploration activities.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Yeah.
want to do?
Okay, if he's got that covered. Yeah.
Someone should keep track of the rat in case he tries to run off. Do we have
I'm
him tied up?
staring at the rat.
Okay.
I figured.
Do we have him restrained at all or no?
No, he's just walking with you guys.
So what do your bottles there do?
My bottles
Potions, elixirs? I don't know which one they are.
heal me, or he like points to Eamon because he dispelled it, make me invisible.
Are there does it look like there's like two kinds, or are there multiple different kinds?
Looks like just two.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just at a glance, even if he's lying about the healing ones, it does look like he just has two. I guess he could be lying about it. Doesn't matter. Whatever. But yeah.
Got a 16 on perception.
Okay.
Probably just have my shield out. Is there anything? I know I can't walk with it up because that slows our speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I assume you guys aren't moving super quickly, though. You're just
I'm
walking.
cracking the whip on that rat. Move!
No.
Run faster!
I know we're in a sketchy part of town, but does it
He's
give
on a
off?
sled.
Does it give off the vibe that we should be like not so overt or like somewhat hidden with what we're doing? Because if people see us like a bunch of large people marching this rat down the
Yeah, I mean,
street, it
if
might
he
look a
was
little
like
suspect.
if he was like tied up and you were like leading him, it would definitely be a lot more suspect.
is the Prophet's sensor still putting off
Oh, yeah.
smoke?
I mean, it's
That might look a little
it's a
suspect.
better place than Lowtown, where Renistier's from. So it's not exclusively shady individuals.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys kind of just draw attention from the sake of a large cloaked individual with a metal mask and a sensor.
Yeah, but the point of like having a hood is I can draw it forward enough that I don't just have this like giant mask.
Yeah. Okay. So
So,
the smoking.
I just look like a priest.
Yeah, the smoking hooded man, and then obviously Raiji is covered in bling.
Because actually, if that's the case, I'd probably have stowed the shield under the robe
Okay.
just to look less like I'm an armored priest, because that
But
might stand out a little bit more.
You catch eyes in the way of like, oh, those people don't look like they're from here, not in the way of people being like, oh, we should shank these people
Well,
and take everything they're worth.
Also, I'd
that makes
imagine
sense.
like a city this big, it's not uncommon for there to be like priests just like walking the streets.
Yeah, not uncommon.
Not, like,
Here,
super common,
maybe
but-
because it's kind of the forgotten part of War Date to begin with. But yeah,
That might
Yeah.
be where the priest is needed most.
yeah.
He's helping the people.
But yeah,
I'm
you guys
helping
still
them
stick
whether
out.
they want it or not.
Says
You
the
get-
fishhook dwarf with the hole in his cheek.
He's a
You
criminal.
guys definitely still stick out like a sore thumb, but not as many people view you in a negative way as they
Yeah.
did in Lowtown, because some of these people aren't as horribly well off or poor off, so to speak.
Also, if you're having a hard time, you don't really care too much about what everyone else is doing. You're
Yeah.
just trying to survive on your own.
So everyone else is
Yeah,
just
I'm
moving
just keeping
through.
an eye
Okay.
too.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, yeah. Perception rolls. You
I
want to
got-
specifically keep an eye on the rat, Phosphorus? Peter? Fuck. Doing it already.
It's happening.
Yep.
Can I
I got a
Can
16.
I use thievery or stealth? Because I'm looking specifically for those type of actions.
Yeah.
8.
9.
That mask is just a little
19.
too tight
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. I
Actually
mean,
slipped a bit.
you guys, Renistier and Raiji, you wouldn't pick up on anything that I haven't already basically stated. You catch some eyes, but nothing too crazy. Peter. Yeah, I mean, the rat definitely gives off the air of someone trained to not be noticed. And he walks in a way that he checks corners that only someone who is like trained in subterfuge would check. You definitely pick up on that, but it does not look like he's doing that to get away from you. Just that he's like on default on alert at all times. I think it's pretty clear to you that he's resided himself to being like I'm fucked here. I kind of just got to go along until I'm allowed to leave, essentially. But yeah, eventually, it doesn't take you too long. 5-10 minutes at most.
Could I roll to just glance at Phosphorus as we're walking and see if he looks any certain kind of concerned way? You can, even if I don't roll, you can just say what your character's looking like, and it's fine either way. But do you look like the questioning like rattled you a bit, or do you look like any different than you would normally as we're walking around?
Probably look a lot more curious.
Okay. Not like nervous or anyway, just curious. Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, the rat folk doesn't lead you up to it, but you guys turn a street corner and he points out a rickety wooden home tucked onto the corner of a 4-way intersection. It's 1 story. Windows appear to be covered with curtains on the inside, but he points at it and he says, "That's the place. People go in, come out with less body parts."
Less body parts?
Yeah. Think she's a surgeon?
Gotcha.
What if we use another door and we come out with more?
Here's for your time frame.
I don't really know what that
We just all
means.
collectively sit there in silence. Just like pondering this.
I would flick him a silver and say, I hope it's enough said that you didn't see us.
Of course. Am I?
As I say that, I glance towards the prophet and just kind of glance back towards him to reinstate that fact.
Yeah.
And then I flip him a silver.
Okay. He catches it. He's like, "So am I."
Get out of here.
Okay. He immediately.
As he leaves, I'm going to pat him on the back. I'm going to try to get Sulfur to latch onto something.
Okay, yeah. Have Sulfur roll stealth. You dirty
As that
rat.
happens, I'll say, thanks, buddy, really loud and wave
Wait,
my
you got
hands.
something on your chest and stabs the rat.
Let me get that for you.
I'm going to go ahead and burn this.
Okay, for sure.
First hero point.
Using hero point. Remember, you can't. If it's lower than 10 on the dice, treat the dice as a 10.
It wasn't. 24.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for all you know, Phosphorus scurries onto him.
Sulfur.
Phosphorus?
Oh my God.
Peter.
He puts
misnaming your fucking.
he puts
familiar.
the rat down with Phosphorus'
so-
clothes, but
I
climbs
guess
inside
no.
him.
I guess this would be the first time any of you see him, but you don't actually. That beats all of your guys' perception as well.
So, yeah, you guys don't see a white rat on his back.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to hold out for as long as he can to see if he can find where he's staying.
Okay, for sure.
So
I will. He can communicate with you empathetically, so you can like kind of roughly.
He can also lead me back to where he was.
Yep, for sure.
So, I was thinking earlier as I look towards Renisir and Peter, Raiji and I were posing as I was an individual wishing to obtain some kind of drug, but since this is more of a physician, less of a typical drug dealer type, how do you think we approach this? Maybe have someone wait by the doors in case someone tries to run, but we go in and talk first?
I think I should stay outside. If things don't go your way, we'll do things my way.
That works for me. Does someone else want to come in and talk? I mean, it might help if one of us looks like we need some kind of medical attention.
We all look at Phosphorus.
I mean, yeah, I can probably try to do something.
You literally poison yourself.
I'll go with you. Say, I don't know what kind of story we need to make up. Just that you need some kind of medical attention. What do you think we should do? I can be your sponsor.
If I throw everything with my right hand, how much do I need my left hand?
What?
If I ask Raiji to break my left hand, can I still do things with my right hand? Like, can I still do like quick alchemy and everything with my right?
I think to wield an alchemist kit, you need two hands.
Okay, never mind.
You're wearing it on you, so you don't have to like equip it, unequip it. But to like do what you do with it,
I can give you a
We could
limb.
just say we have a sick relative too. I mean, I can just do that through conversation.
All right.
I can look like a wealthy person coming to find a way to relieve someone's pain.
I'm going to go look for another exit.
Okay, like
So
in the
you-
back alley.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's-
yeah. I assume you're not doing so stealthily. You just like walk to the back. Yeah.
He's just looking for more limbs.
What are you doing, Renister?
I
the
just
front?
post up. Yeah, probably when they go in, I just stand next to the door and sort of listen in.
Well,
See-
they haven't approached the door yet.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Once
where I'm
we go.
setting up
Okay,
to
word,
be.
word, word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raiji, so there is an alley that runs behind like the buildings on this block, so to speak. It doesn't look like there's windows, but there's no like door exit.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah, I'll
one
say-
story, so there is windows. Conceivably, someone could dive out of that if they wanted to.
Yeah, I'll
Why don't
stay
you
by the
roll
windows.
perception?
19.
You do hear the sound. So you're looking at the back of the building, looking at it dead on. There is a left window and a right window. From the inside of the left window, there's the sound of someone heavily snoring. You just hear that.
Okay. I will lean up against the wall and actually try to stealth.
Okay, yeah. Go for it.
22.
Okay. For all you know, you don't exist back there.
Cool.
Peter and Eamon, you guys, what's the...
I guess I would
Game
approach the
plan
door
way.
holding my hat, kind of like at my chest, looking kind of concerned and maybe like bunching up in my hands a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
I would whisper to Peter as we go up, we're going to say we need some of this for the people we take care of in Ward 4. Is it 4 or 3?
3, I think.
3?
For what?
the one
the
that
slums.
the soup kitchen is in?
That is Ward 3.
3? Okay. For our friends in Ward 3.
Okay. I'm going to use quick alchemy and make a skeptic's elixir.
Okay,
I'm going to drink that.
And I'm going to
cool.
explain very briefly because we've already talked about a lot of this, but essentially I would like to do clue in.
Yeah, I mean, you use that as a reaction when he's making the check.
Okay. But just so
Yeah.
you know, but it has to be a thing where you tell them information about it. That's part of the like.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
yeah. So you preemptively
description.
do that, and then you can
So
pick
I would tell him
something
so
if
that
he-
when he makes a check,
Yeah.
because it's my lead is the
The dealer.
demon
yeah.
dust stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, GM Jack here with a quick rules explanation. So, Clue In is an investigator ability Eamon has that allows him to briefly share the bonuses he gains on his leads with someone else. That's what he's preparing to do here with Peter. Pretty straightforward. Now back to the action.
So I would go and just look at Phosphorus, give him a thumbs up, Peter, and knock on the door.
Okay. Yeah, you
Kind
knock
of
on the door.
hurriedly, like a frantic.
Okay. You hear quick footsteps come to the door. Someone get up from a chair or something and quickly move to the door. And it kind of peeks open just a tad, and you see what looks to be the face of a female dwarf, blue eyes, blonde hair, looks pretty young. But she looks at you and she goes, "Shh, I've got a patient in the back sleeping. What do you need?"
Sorry. We have a friend who's
Speak up, I can't hear you.
we have a friend who's in dire straits and we need some medical help. I was told this is the place to go.
She looks at Peter and goes, "This one."
Him and others.
Yeah, come on in.
Okay.
She opens up
Thank
the
you so
door,
much.
very clearly trying to make it slowly, even though it still creaks a bit. You see them go in, Renisteer, so you can get up to the front.
Yeah.
You are in place behind it, Raiji. And yeah, the inside of the house for Peter and Eamon, who are in there, is think of the whole house as just a square, and there's an L-shaped wall that cuts the house into a larger L-shaped room and then a smaller square bedroom. The larger living area has a bed, 2 dressers, and a basic table, and a strong smell of bleach comes from a metal bucket set on the table. A closed door leads to what is presumably in a normal house would be the bedroom. Yeah, and she like motions for you to take a seat at the table. She's like, "Why?"
Thank you. As I sit down, does anything strike me as odd in this room?
I mean, the bucket for sure. Also, 2 dressers for how small it is.
Okay. Do we see a patient in here?
No, not in here.
So assumingly they're in the bedroom.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys, now that you're in the house, you would hear that snoring from the bedroom. It's like, she says, "I took his arm off, so he got a lot of rest recently, so first time sleeping in a few days."
That's actually what my friend and I are here about. We work in Ward 3, and
Why?
we work for a temple there. We need something to help people sleep. They're having a very hard time with the pain. A lot of them have various kinds of diseases, injuries, things we can treat to a point. But
I got you. She walks over to the left
it's
dresser.
going to be aspirin or some shit.
And she pulls it open and she brings back 3 things. She brings back just a little closed black like sack, almost like a dice bag. You would use to hold dice. She brings back a vial that looks like it has this chunky black paste in it, and then a slightly bigger jar that appears to be filled with these dark spotted mushrooms. And again, like I described before, that little bag, and she says, "So this is what I got. They're all drugs, but this is what I got a lot of, and they have the effect you're looking for."
I was thinking something maybe a little stronger, and I would pull out my coin bag.
She points, whispering in narration. She points to the bag and she goes, "Yeah, this is the strongest stuff I got. Don't really know what it is, but it's a powder." And she opens it up and it looks like it's demon dust. Not a lot of it, but probably like a dose, 2 if it's a smaller person. But
Can
yeah.
I roll to see if I believe that she doesn't quite know what it is?
Yeah.
Can I do the same thing?
Yeah, what is both of your perceptions? You're
Mine's
skeptics.
3, but I get +2 with skeptics.
And if it has to do with the demon dust, it's the
Yeah.
pursuing of a lead, so +1 to him and myself as well.
She does seem legit in that she doesn't actually know what it is. But I mean, it does strike you as a little off that like she's a doctor and she's giving it to patients. She doesn't know what it is. But what she's saying doesn't seem off in a way that you're like, she's full of shit.
So if we need more of that, where do we get that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't get a lot of it. A guy comes by, he gives it to me.
Who might that be? Like I said, we have many people in Ward 3 that need help.
Give me a second. Okay. She goes to her dresser and rummages through. She just throws out clothes in the right one, and comes back and sits and pulls out a book, and she says, "Oh, I think his name was Ishi. Ishi.
Am I hearing any of this?
He's got a coat and a funny hat. And I know he likes to gamble. He frequents the knockout in the red light district. Don't know where he lives."
You said the knockout?
Yeah.
Okay, I've
Do you
been
know what
there.
race he is?
It's a tavern.
Is he a human? Dwarf?
He's a human man. Used to be way skinnier. Don't know what happened.
Interesting. Okay.
Bulked up a bit.
Well, we really do appreciate your time and we appreciate this. How much can we pay you for this?
For the powder.
For the powder, yes.
What do you want? I got 2 doses.
We'll take whatever you have.
You want both of them?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, no surgery though. Not
Um,
operating on you.
Not on us. We might bring someone by at some point, but
Okay.
for now, no.
Roll perception, Renestier. +2 circumstance because you're right up next to the door. But they are literally whispering. It's the only reason I'm having you rolling and not.
Here we go again. 10.
Yeah. I mean, you hear them whispering, but
Can't hear anything from
I
that
just
mask.
listened to the episode where you got 10s consistently for like the whole
Yeah.
episode.
Same.
don't break immersion. We record everything at the same time.
This is all one day. I'm so fucking
This
tired.
has been weeks.
Do I know what the others
Help.
are?
You can roll crafting.
Yeah.
You can also take a look at that metal bucket that is on the table you guys are sitting at.
I got 18.
Is filled with this clear blue liquid, and there's a bunch of scalpels and a small saw soaking in it.
Does it seem to be like a
They look like surgical tools.
disinfecting type?
Yeah, I mean, the
Liquid.
smell it gives off definitely
Yeah.
gives off that energy for sure. Yeah, the paste is pesh. It's a super common drug. It's made from a cactus that shares the same name. It normally gives whoever takes it a warm and fuzzy feeling that can sometimes, depending on how well the body reacts to it, be accompanied by aggression, hallucinations, or exhaustion. But as far as drugs go, it's pretty
Legal or illegal?
sorry, legal. Yeah.
Got it.
The mushrooms are called Cytalesh, a little bit kind of like a mid-tier drug. They're a hallucinogenic, basically. They kind of just take you out of it and such. They're a lot more rarer because the mushrooms themselves exclusively grow in the Underdark. So that just kind of makes them harder to get on the surface. In the Underdark, though, they're more common than Pesh easily. And yeah, obviously you know the powder's demon dust. If you want to identify the liquid in the bucket, you can, but you don't have to.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Crafting again. 28.
Yes. Yeah, it's elven absinthe, which is an incredibly strong alcohol. Also incredibly expensive. It would definitely make a good disinfectant because it is quite potent. But
Looking around, does it look like she has a lot of money?
no, definitely not. But yeah, you were saying, Eamon, sorry?
I don't know if you're aware of this, ma'am. But if as I hold up the baggie of the powder, or like the however many bags she gave me,
Yeah. Yeah, two bags she gave you.
we've come across some of this before. It's rather hard to find for the people in Ward 3, but it seems like the cartel really wants to get a hold of this stuff and really doesn't like it for some reason. I don't know why. I've only ever seen it for medicinal properties, but I just encourage you to be careful. I don't know who you're receiving this from, but it doesn't seem like it's quite legal, at least in this district. Ward, sorry. So if you have any, I'm sure it helps your patients a lot, but I would really encourage you, unless you absolutely need it, you should get rid of some. I don't know, but there's rumors that it's pretty dangerous stuff if used improperly.
Roll diplomacy with the +4 circumstance bonus.
Do I hear this? What he just said to her.
Roll perception.
Still with a +2?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. 15.
I mean, you would catch kind of like every other word, essentially.
Do I
You
get
don't
the
get the full
gist
picture?
of what he's saying?
Yeah, you could probably put pieces together. But yeah. What did you get?
Sorry.
Amon?
Diplomacy with +4.
Mm-hmm.
22.
She says, "Oh, okay. I didn't know that. She didn't mention that. Oh, you can just take it then. I won't use it anymore.
If he comes,
trouble.
if he comes by offering more, you're not in trouble. If he comes by offering more, I would just say, thank you kindly, but you don't need any.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. It is a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Those two cost me a week's worth of food. Haven't eaten in a while, but we get through.
I mean, that looks pretty expensive too. I point to the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's a gold for your time. I appreciate you very much. Keep doing the work you're doing. And like I said, if you come across any of that, please be careful.
I don't feel right about taking this. I didn't really do anything for you yet.
This will go to helping people, I promise. If you use it for yourself and for your patients, I feel good about it.
Okay. She kind of just tucks it in her coat. Clearly like a little uncomfortable about it because she feels as if she hasn't actually provided a medical service, but yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, is it better if I don't know your names if you're taking the illegal goods off me?
Probably.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I just hold my hat to my chest and stand up and kind of do a little bow.
Okay, yeah.
And
She
then
gets up.
walk towards the door. Try to clump my feet a little louder than usual so I don't like bump into Renisteer if he's
Oh, okay.
by
I was
the
like,
door
are you
listening.
specifically trying to wake up the patient? You fuck. But
waking
yeah,
up the
I get
boss
what you mean.
fight, hiding
Yeah.
in the room.
I'm like, they're charging the door. And I beat aiming them.
Yeah.
Use Raiji as a battering ram.
You guys walk out if you so choose?
Yeah.
Yeah. She waves at you as you go, shuts the door.
As soon as she shuts the door, can I put my ear up to it?
Yeah.
I was going to try to listen.
Okay, yeah. What's your perception modifier?
3+ is it a lie?
I mean, no, this is just to hear.
Then 3.
Eamon just believes in people too much.
Yeah, you hear her basically it sounds like she puts what she took out back in the dresser and then begins to clean up all the clothes she threw everywhere when she took out what looks like some sort of just like, not even really a journal, but like just a couple scrolls of paper that she keeps basic bookkeeping, so to speak, expenses and stuff on. But yeah.
As I
You
walk
guys
out, I would look towards Renisteer and just say, I don't think your way would be needed.
She seemed convinced to
She's-
not continue distributing
She
demon dust.
she had no idea it was illegal or what it was. She just knew it helped her patients, but we told her that it was illegal, and she said she wouldn't buy it anymore.
Yeah, to reiterate for Peter and Eamon, you do come away from that conversation feeling like she was pretty genuine for all of it. Just for the record.
She seems like one
Do
you would
trust
actually...
her?
Absolutely.
She very much has the energy of someone who's highly intelligent but lacks a lot of street smarts.
Yeah.
High int,
She-
low wisdom.
She might have just gotten duped by a seller into buying it. We convinced her not to buy any anymore. We did get the name, in fact, of the person who sold it to her and where he likes to stay. And your way may be needed there, as much as I hate to say it.
Well, those who act in ignorance are not free of guilt, but I feel as though this is a small cog in the machine.
Also-
I think if she continues what she's doing, she'll be an overall good. She helps those that can't afford to get help otherwise.
It is fair. No retribution is needed.
To clarify, she does not know where Ishii stays. She just said that he likes gambling
Where he
and
frequents.
gambling,
Yeah.
the Knockout.
Yeah.
Knockout is a tavern, it is not an inn. But yeah. While you guys were in the red light district, Raiji and Eamon, you would have picked up on that there is one of the most prominent things there is a group of about 15 or so taverns have underground fight rings that are kind of like each tavern is a step up from the other in terms of competence, and the Knockout is the top of that. It's kind of like the pinnacle place to fight, and it's cage matches.
Nice.
So
I kind of do a little like whistle down in the alley to see if Raiji comes back around.
Yeah.
Hoot, hoot.
he comes running on all fours.
Yeah. I blow a whistle that's so high only Raiji can hear.
I mean, do you care to roll to see if you picked up on any of that? But it
No.
doesn't matter. Yeah, I figured.
No.
Yeah.
I
He's
literally
fighting the windows.
I literally just stealth so I didn't wake that guy up.
Actually,
Are you sleeping?
Raiji
Fair enough.
snuck
I
in
didn't
through
even
the
think about that.
Raiji snuck through the window and is spooning the guy.
Where'd your arm go?
She goes to check on the patient. And she's like, "Who are you?"
Dives out the window.
yeah. But yeah. So what is next for?
What time is it?
I mean, it's pretty late. We're talking probably like middle of the night by now for sure.
Nightlife. I say to Raiji after I kind of reiterate everything that was spoken inside. So this this Ishi, who apparently deals this stuff in the area, frequents the knockout. Do you remember that from earlier? The one with the cage matches, the fighting rings in it?
No, must have missed it.
No? Okay. Well, I think as I look around, if that's okay with everybody else, if we wish to continue this through the night and get done as much as we can, I think that might be the next best place to go to.
Probably. That's
Whatever you think. I'm okay with anything.
That's the more populated area, correct? Like
Red Light District
Russell and
is for
Bustle?
sure a place you should not be the prophet. Yes, absolutely.
Only the
It
minutes.
is, yeah, for sure. Also worth noting that we're talking in terms of like it's the middle of the night, but kind of how the dwarves function is like there's always something going on. So you guys obviously have to worry about you guys getting your rest, but there's never really a point in the night where you can't go somewhere and there it's like
especially
closed,
nightlife places like bars
Yes,
and clubs.
for
and
sure.
stuff.
Okay.
Just to reiterate that.
So you said this area is not as populated. I'd probably again look
The
for,
area you're in?
Yes, currently.
Oh, for sure. The area you're in, you could no problem find
Okay,
an
yeah.
alley
I'll,
where there
again,
is no one in
phone
change.
booth, dumpster,
Uh-huh.
something,
Yep.
and I'll switch out.
And
Okay.
kind of
And
like
then there's like
you slide down a pole again into your cave. As Eamon sees Renister like walk around the corner to do his thing, he kind of like grimaces a bit, like he doesn't, just not a fan.
So how long has he lost his mind?
I mean, I think he held it back as long as he could. While
Do
we
I
were
hear
on-
any of this?
I would whisper it.
While you're changing takes a minute, I would say they would not. There's no way that they would not intentionally be out of earshot.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly when. You have to ask him, but
Probably not.
right when we got to Wakuzana, he seemed to change a little bit, and then that little bit turned into a lot of bit. I wouldn't say it's entirely for the worst at all, but the Renister we knew in Koi, I don't see him as often as I used to.
What are you guys talking about? Hey, it's Renister.
I'm wearing glasses now.
Oh,
Fake mustache.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you come out.
Hey, where you been, buddy?
Around.
Huh.
All right.
Well, let's get you up to speed.
You start explaining everything.
Why don't you explain it to me on our way to the punch out?
Okay.
Knockout.
So
Whatever.
there's this place called the Knockout is where we're going to
We're
go.
walking as he's telling me. all this.
Yeah.
Since he didn't hear many of the details, he's like
Why-
skipping like
I
4 or
feel
5
like
at a
that
time.
is the explanation.
It also goes in theme with the
We're
fact
going
that I
to-
Can you
just
explain
get,
where we're going?
I
There's
get
this,
things
there's this
slightly
person named
removed around.
Hishi.
Yeah. So it takes you guys about 45 minutes to make your way to the Knockout. The Knockout is a wide stone. Well, you're in the Red Light District. I will re-explain the Red Light District. The Red Light District is the southwest corner of Ward 8. Wow, I even wrote east in my notes. Remember how last time I said east? It's
Yep.
the southwest.
Yep.
The poorest neighborhoods are the northwest of Ward 8. It's a place of drinking, gambling, and sex. Gets its name from the unique crystals used for lighting that literally shed the place in a red light all the time. Place you're looking for is a Knockout, a tavern, and when you guys gathered information before, you would have picked up that has obviously I already reiterated has basement cage fights. It's kind of the peak of fighting and such. The biggest pull to all of these fights for non-fighters is betting. There's a huge scene of betting on these fights, and they don't have the best history, especially at the lower levels, of being the most, clean and not corrupt fights in terms of throwing or using. I mean, there's really not anything that's illegal when drugs are illegal anyways, but or legal anyways. I don't know if I said legal. But yeah, the Knockout itself is a wide stone building, a basic but large tavern setup takes up all of the first floor, and to the right of the bar is a metal door with two, not holding them, but club-wielding dwarves standing in front of it, and that's what you're looking at. You guys can enter or not, but yeah.
I suppose I'd walk up and say,
The dwarves at the side door?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry,
"Evening, Sir Dwarf.
Hello.
May we head in?"
25 gold cover charge per head.
I would like to investigate and see if he's, not lowballing me.
Bullshit.
Whatever
Yeah.
the opposite of that is.
Roll
charging me more than he should.
yeah.
Upcharge.
Roll perception with a +2 circumstance bonus for kind of you looked into this earlier, anyways.
This is obviously a shakedown. 13. I didn't roll very high.
Yeah, I mean that's especially as the highest, like the knockout being the pinnacle of it. That doesn't seem that crazy.
What if we have someone who wishes to compete?
Well, we don't. You gotta go through the lower bins. You don't start at the knockout, lad.
Yeah, but what if I'm like already a champion of stuff?
Do you
As
not
Raji
recognize
steps
him?
forward. Do you attend the Coliseum often, friend?
Holy fuck. Yeah, so you want to set up a fight?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Well,
He'll take as many.
make
as
sure
you can
they're
give him.
strong.
Or yeah, go on in and talk to Father Mursk.
Father Mask.
He's at the door. He's at the door behind the bar down there, and he takes out a key and he unlocks it and he opens it.
Thank you, friend.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah. And so past the door is a small platform with stairs leading to your left, and then another metal door across from you with one dwarf standing guard in front of that. And down the stairs opens up to a square stone chamber. There is a big black metal cage, 50 feet in all dimensions, sitting in the center of the room. There's another 50 feet of space out from the cage where the rest of the room is. There's a bar when you enter down the stairs on the other side of the metal cage with a few bartenders, several kegs and bottles behind it. Across, and a few doors come and go through what he mentioned, another one of those metal reinforced doors behind the bar. This time it's not to the side of it, it's like actually behind it. On the left and right walls, there are just wooden doors with wooden plaques on them that say fighter prep. And a brown furred rat folk sits at a counter to the right side of the cage with several safes, pretty clearly for the betting counter and such. And yeah, as you walk into the arena, just above the entrance, you can see several black mirrors that look like, is it two-way or one-way? Where one way can see through and another side
One-way
can't?
mirror.
Yeah.
It's a one-way, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like that above you. And yeah, that's where you are.
I would have described to everyone on the way, at least, that the individual Ishii is a human man. I guess a little larger than he has been in the past, but with a coat. Said he had a coat and funny hat.
Yeah, fancy coat and funny hat.
Can I look around and see anyone that matches
As we
that
do
description?
this,
Other than Eamon.
Oh, what?
I'm not a human. I'm only
Someone
half.
walks
Yeah, I
up and
start
goes,
beating him
"Hey,
up.
she, haven't seen you in a while." Yeah, roll
got
perception
me.
for me, Renister.
You got tan, Ishii, or more gray.
Yeah, I don't know. People tan like purple is blue, bluish purple.
You got beat up all over.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it. 13.
No, don't see anybody.
I would
It-
probably roll. Maybe wait a bit till we sit down and
To
Raiji
be
does his
fair,
thing.
it doesn't seem that busy. Most of the people down here look to be workers. There are a couple just non-workers though, sitting at the bar getting drinks and such. But yeah, they told you to go to the place behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, so you walk up to the bar. To not do the whole song and dance like 8 times, you can explain what the front door dwarf said, and one of the bartenders will be like, "All right, follow me," and he walks. Everyone working here at the very least is a dwarf. There's maybe like one human woman in here.
Do they seem to be kind of in awe, recognizing Raiji as well?
Not really,
Okay.
not yet. But yeah, that
Give it
dwarf
time.
leads you through the reinforced door to a hallway with a bunch of several doors or whatever, and at the very end of it, there's another metal reinforced door that they open up into a basic office. You're underground. Everything's made of stone in terms of walls and such. There's a pretty nice wooden desk and a dwarven man, pretty old, very wrinkled, gray hair with a very prominent bald spot. He has a bearded gray beard, several blocky tattoos covering his face, and a looping metal band, septum piercing in his nose. He wears a sleeveless tunic with tattoos matching his face, tattoos stretching the length of his arms. He definitely looks older, but still quite muscular, if not for a bit of a chubby belly. But yeah, you guys come in, and he says, "Holy shit. What are you doing here?
Hey, my name's Raiji.
Yeah.
I wanted to fight.
No, I know. Okay. Why? They don't pay you enough at the arena? Or?
I like fighting.
Okay. More for sport. Do you know
Yes.
anything about our fights?
No.
Okay.
I just heard that there was fighting.
Gotcha.
And,
Who are the
well,
rest
hold
of-
on. I don't want to fight anybody weak.
Well, yeah, we got a guy that's undefeated.
Oh, yeah?
Goes invisible and like
Oh, that's kind of lame.
appears and punches and then flashes away again. Pretty intense. He also doesn't have a corner man, which is the first one to ever do it that way.
I don't know what that means.
We could put a guy. Anyways, what is the rest of your names?
My name's
Who are
Peter.
you? Good to meet you. He looks to you, rest here.
My name's Ren.
Okay, good to meet you.
Amen.
Right, just associates of Mr.
Trainers,
Raiji here.
trainers, associates.
Trainer, that's his agent and that's his publicist.
Yep.
I don't know what any of that fucking means. But good
Agent
for you,
and
mate.
bookie.
When you get to a certain level, you have, people around you too. Take
We're
care
all in
of the more,
sunglasses.
take care of the more menial things.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. You Coliseum folks think you're better than us, but
Yep.
all right. Well, when you want to fight, he says.
Well, right now.
Well, we'll got to schedule it.
Can you schedule it for now?
We got to fight in 3 hours. Haven't heard from the guy who's supposed to fight Onzai. He's the invisible bloke who is undefeated with that a corner man.
What's a corner man?
So when you fight in the cage, there's a guy in there with you, and he patches you up in between rounds.
Hmm.
Yep. Onzai doesn't have one. Hasn't needed one yet, so bit impressive. Hasn't been done since back in my day. So
Okay, so now?
So do we need to kill time
3
with
hours.
some food and drink for a few hours
yeah,
until someone
3
shows
hours.
up?
Okay, so I just have 3 hours.
Yes.
And then I can fight this guy that's undefeated?
yes.
Cool.
Do you have a corner man? Who's your corner man?
I don't need one.
Okay. You sure?
Hmm?
Okay. Fair enough. I respect it. He reaches out his hand.
Now, as far as the contract, I pull out a piece of parchment onto the table.
Yeah, how much
Oh.
how much money does he
Before
take?
we shake hands,
What's
on
his
anything,
percentage?
He looks to Raiju, says, "You want payment for this?"
I imagine the face of the Coliseum being at your bar would attract quite the audience. Maybe get more to come back.
Well, we could
At the
find
very
it.
least, they'll give a very entertaining match.
If you don't want to, we can just find a substitute. He looks to you, Raiju.
I don't. What?
If I gotta pay you, I'll just find somebody else.
You don't want publicity? The
I mean,
champion of the arena fighting
love
You
you?
took down the champion from the arena.
I would love publicity, but I don't think Raiju wants it.
He clearly does. He performs in front of thousands.
I'm very
Yeah.
confused.
You want to fight for money or not, lad?
No, I just want to fight.
Perfect. Set in stone. He outstands his hand.
I shake it.
Okay, perfect.
Eamon
Wonderful.
crumbles up the paper, throws it behind his shoulder.
Well, yeah. Okay. Well, the left. You want the left or the right one? You walk out. And what song would you like to be played?
Well, enter Sandman, obviously. And I don't.
Okay.
What side does Ugbo? What's his name?
Onzai.
Onzai. Yeah.
Yeah.
What side does he usually walk in?
He lets his opponent pick. So,
Oh, well, I was gonna let him pick.
all right. I mean, I can ask him. I guess.
Okay, and then if he doesn't want to decide, then you choose.
Normally, the defender lets the opposer pick. So it's up to you. He comes out last, though. You come out first.
Okay, but if he doesn't decide, then you pick.
Well, okay. We'll just put you in the right one then, because he's not going to want to decide. So,
Okay, well, ask him first and then pick.
okay.
Deal.
I like to imagine in this universe, Enter Sandman is a very slow lullaby song.
Yeah, it's a dwarven lullaby. Yes.
no.
But yeah, he says if you're fighting and you're with the lad here, he points to Raji. He goes, "Can you help yourself to the drinks and the food? Just the VIP lounge is reserved for tonight's fight, so can't go in there. Well, I guess reserve it if you wanted for the next fights. But yep,
What?
Thank you, good sir.
the glass it's a private booth you can watch the fights from. I
Oh,
was saying if your lads wanting to reserve it, it's already reserved for your fight.
Has anybody
So someone else has reserved it already?
Yes.
Who might
Yep.
that be?
Well, I can't tell you. Confidentiality
Well,
and
if
all
you wish
that.
to pay and join.
Well, it's already taken. It's a one-party
Okay.
room.
As I look, do I see any kind of ledger or anything on his desk?
Yeah. Why don't you roll perception? -2 circumstance. Penalty. Almost said bonus.
That's a 12.
Don't pick up anything.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay. Where are the drinks?
Bed down. You had to come through the bar to get here.
We did?
Yep.
He's a
Yes.
very focused individual.
I'll get it.
Mhm.
Yep, for sure. I
Tunnel
respect
vision.
it.
He's also been hit a few times.
I'll come talk
Punch
to you
drunk
before
a
the
lot of
fight.
times.
Give you a briefing. Do you want anyone to walk out with you?
No.
Okay. I'll let the bard know you won't enter Sandman, and we'll get you to it.
Exit light, enter night.
But yeah. So what? He calls for somebody to lead you guys back out.
I would say right this way, Raji, as I point towards the...
As we get out,
Mm-hmm.
is there like a door that shuts or anything?
Like behind you?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Okay.
a dwarf right there leading you out.
Okay. So is the dwarf like walking us out, or are we just
Yeah.
like walking? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wait then.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But
Cool.
they,
I go to the bar.
yeah, they walk you
Yeah,
out.
I would
There's a
too.
bar.
I'd sit
I would
next
go
to
with you.
Phosphorus.
Oh, I'm going to the rat.
I don't know who Phosphorus is, so.
I'd sit next to my imaginary friend Phosphorus. I have a little sock puppet.
I'm going to the rat that rolls the beds.
Okay. What is Sulfur's stealth bonus? Like 7?
7.
Okay.
He's better than me.
Yeah.
He is a
Very
like
small.
an actual rat.
Yeah.
So
He's a straight up rat.
But yeah. So you're going to the bar, right, G?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, you get free drinks. It's very good alcohol.
Mhm.
Not a lot of hard liquors, but a lot of very good dwarven mead and beer.
Before he goes off, I would just like kind of pull him to the side.
To Ride or Peter?
To Peter.
Okay,
Sorry.
gotcha.
Do you think there's any way that you can get into the VIP room?
Getting caught or not?
Not. I know this is your specialty.
No, my specialty is blowing my way through an area.
Okay, sorry.
I want to reiterate.
Sorry,
reiterate
second best trait. Best
that.
is a strong word.
My second best is actually finding information.
Well, this is finding information, though.
No, you're asking me to sneak into a guard area.
To gather information.
I will try to see what I can do.
So there is a deception skill called make a distraction, because this door is like literally guard. Like there's someone standing in front of it. So obviously there's no way you can. It's not feasible.
So I can
for
set a
you.
bomb in a different area.
I'm saying
and then-
like for him to attempt that guard would attention would need to be drawn away from the door.
I can make a distraction if need be.
Okay,
Just for the
we
record.
should wait for the fight, though.
That's fair. I just don't think I am needed as much in this particular set of skills.
I don't know. I have a feeling that things are going to go south today.
It's also
So
fair.
you might actually be needed very highly here.
Eamon would try to find the poorest looking waitress,
Mhm.
bartender.
Yeah, I mean you kind of
The-
have to pick one. They
like
all
the
have
scruffiest
same
one.
Okay, yeah, most disheveled.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's been through like 3 divorces.
Yeah,
Or
dwarven
like,
man-
this is like his third job
yeah,
or
it's a
whatever.
dwarven man who looks like he hasn't slept in like 3 days for sure. Huge bags, disheveled beard. But yeah,
And I
if you
just want to find him and say,
yeah. If you need, oh, so were you guys?
sorry,
still on?
no, you're
I was
good.
gonna
Go ahead.
finish
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
continue.
good.
Sorry.
well, if you find the moment, just I know we don't have established signs for when something's about to happen, but when it happens, your classic catchphrase.
The bomb is the sign.
No,
The explosion.
No, we are not blowing anything up. That is not the kind of distraction we're needing.
Yeah.
Just give me some indicator and I will improvise.
Okay.
Yeah, you find this dwarven lad.
I would
He's
say,
pretty young.
hey, friend.
Hello.
Could you possibly tell me who reserved the VIP lounge for tonight?
Oh, I got no clue.
I was trying to do you know who would know?
Probably Father Mursk.
Anyone besides him?
Ne-
There's a gold piece with your name on it, if you can tell me.
maybe what?
There's a gold piece with your name on it, if you could tell me.
Oh, I don't want to get killed, mate.
Get killed.
Yeah, we don't. I can't do that around here.
Can I roll to see if he's actually like in threat of being killed by his boss?
Yeah. Roll perception.
They have a very
I mean,
strict,
he seems serious, but it's like that's a lot for a bar owner to do.
They have a very strict no-tip policy.
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
18.
I mean, it does strike you as odd that he would get killed. It doesn't seem like he's being disingenuous, though. It's probably more that he's just that scared of Father Mursk.
Could you, if I say a name, could you nod if that is the individual who reserved it?
No, I actually don't know who reserved it. I mean, I might know who might know, but
Okay.
he kind of looks around super suspiciously. He's like, don't really feel comfortable telling you that, honestly. Is this a test?
No, it's not a test, friend. Like I said, there's money with your name on it. I say
Alright.
it very quietly.
Okay.
Just if
Roll
you could
diplomacy.
if you could even nod towards the individual,
Yeah.
tilt your head, you'll never know.
Mhm.
Eamon's the secret shopper. You passed.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job, mate.
It's not one. I'm gonna re-roll that bad boy.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, well,
Hero point.
Burn our chips early.
19.
Well,
no, it was less than a 10, so I'll treat it as a 10.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. No, that'd be 19. Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. I got really excited and realized I just did the math wrong for a 9.
Yeah. I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure your modifier is 9, so that would be a 19.
Yeah. I just got a 9 the first time. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, one more. But
Yeah. Yeah. He says, "Well, I mean, pretty sure that the guard who watches the door has to know to let him in. So, if anybody had to know beside Father Mursk, it'd be that fella up there." He points up the stairs to the.
Thank you, friend. I shake his hand with a gold
Yeah.
piece in it.
Or he takes it and he's. He
Getting rid of so much money tonight.
pockets it in the least obvious way of all time. He's like, "Oh, thank you, lad." And then he walks up to Renister and Raiji at the bar. Do you lads need anything? Any food?
Yes.
All right,
What do you have?
we got chicken legs.
Take that.
Okay, a little bit of bread and soup.
Okay. Take
you
those
want-
as well.
If you want, pay a little more. You got cheese as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll
What do
take
you want?
I'll take a chicken leg and some beer.
Okay, get the beer at the bar. I just get the food, anyways.
Okay.
Yep. And he goes off. He brings it back eventually. In the back, he would have been told that you guys get the food free, so you don't have to pay. But yeah, you go to the.
I'd give him a gold piece.
Okay. Oh no.
No
like,
tipping policy,
yeah.
and they shoot him in the
Yeah.
head.
He's like, I promise you, I don't know anything about who knows.
Leave me alone.
But yeah, you go up to the rat folk, Peter. Yeah. He's sitting there. Brown furred rat folk. All he's wearing is a very long coat. Think of like a literal normal human sized coat, like it drags when he moves and such. He's got a cigar in his mouth and maybe even more than you, very weathered face and eyes. But yeah. Yep.
Have you been told about the fight coming on 3 hours? There's been a change?
Yep.
Okay. I have a certain amount of gold that I want to put on this fight.
Okay.
I'm going to put 50 gold on it.
So you got 3 things to bet on: who wins, what round it happens in, and if it's a forfeit or a TKO. Between you and me, Onzai's never not got a TKO.
We're going to go with TKO no matter what.
Okay.
I'll put it on Raiji.
Mm-hmm.
How many rounds are there total?
10. Normally, again,
With him, it's normally a few.
probably 3 or 4 is the best bet, but the more people bet on it, the less the returns. So, kind of up to you.
I got faith in Raiji. Let's do Raiji in the 7th round.
Okay.
TKO.
50 gold on that?
50.
During this time, Eamon would definitely go sit by Renister and say, hey, according to our bartender, he didn't mean to give up much, but it looks like the guests for the VIP lounge have not arrived yet. So just keep an eye on the door.
Okay.
I'm guessing they have to go in through there. The guards are the only ones, other than the dwarf we already talked to, who might know who.
We might need. I've discussed with Peter of possibly getting him in there. I might need to cause a distraction of some kind. Just be ready for that.
Okay. At first, if he comes in with a large party, I can try to slip in the back, as in pretend I'm one of the group. But if that doesn't work and we can't get much out of him,
Were you able to figure out if there is a side door that VIPs come in through?
From what I know, I didn't really ask about that, but it seems there's only one entrance. I can figure out more, though.
Okay, because best case scenario, if they come in through the front, we can just identify them there. I
Just see
imagine
if it's Ishi or not.
Yes, if he still fits the same criteria, he'll be pretty easy to pick out.
Okay.
Going back to the
Yes.
guy.
Rat folk.
Yeah. I don't know if you can help me. I'm looking for a friend of mine. He owes me some money. I don't know if he ventures in this area. His name is Faxon. He's a rat folk like us.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
No. We don't. I'll be honest with you. Haven't seen a rat folk here in quite a while.
Yeah. This is a shot in the dark. I was here anyway. I just figured I'd ask.
That's fair. Don't know.
Thanks.
What's your name, kid?
Peter.
I don't know why I asked these. My name's Drinza.
Nice to meet you. I'll shake
Shakes
his
his
hand.
What do you do for a living to get that much coin to throw around on bets? I mean, it's not uncommon, but
Oh, I
here.
work for Raji.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's that? The new one?
He's
that's coming
the
in?
champion in the
Oh.
the Coliseum.
Gotcha.
The one way up on the
Yeah. I don't keep up on this. I just take the
big
money.
name, makes lots of money, wastes lots of money too.
Not a sports guy.
Yeah. It's kind of the MO of the Coliseum.
I know. He's got a whole house for a lizard.
Really?
It's wild.
Man, some people got it all, huh?
I know.
Here
Well,
I am
anyway.
with a coat too big for me.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well,
Thanks.
yeah.
I'll walk away.
Okay. So,
Oh, sorry, what was that name again?
Drinza. Drinza. Hour and a half would go by before anything important happens.
I'm gonna sit away from them.
Okay. So the only places to sit are at the bar. There's like no tables. Because you just stand and watch the fight. So you can just stand around.
Yeah, I'll probably just do that.
Yeah. Raiji and Renister at
Yeah,
the bar.
probably eating chicken.
Eamon, I guess you'd be at the bar too.
In the meantime, I was going to try to just walk up to the door
oh, yeah, yeah.
where
You
the
can do
guards
that.
are
Yeah.
and just act like I'm in a rush, kind of holding my stomach like I have to piss really bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk in and go, "Excuse me, gents," and reach for the handle.
Of the VIP?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one guard in front of it. And he's like, "Oh, what you doing, mate?" He tries to grab your hand.
Oh, I pull it away. Sorry, I got to pee so bad.
What is...
Is there a restroom somewhere nearby?
No bathroom in there. You got to go around back.
I got to go. Okay. I wander in the opposite direction you told me to go.
Well, so you're on a platform.
Yep.
The only exits are down the stairs, back into the tavern, or into the VIP.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go outside then. I have an excuse to not look suspicious going outside.
Okay.
And I would look for any kind of separate entrance
Yeah,
or
so
exit,
exit
to
out
the
the
VIP
tavern.
lounge.
Yeah. So roll perception plus 1 circumstance bonus as you look around outside.
Nat 20.
Okay. Well, good news you got in that 20. Bad news, there's definitely no exit entrances to the VIP section other than that one door that you can see.
Okay. Can I check inside too? Or no?
Yeah, you
I
could.
can roll again if you don't want to use the
No,
same roll.
that's fine. I mean, it's technically a bit underground, that area.
Yeah.
So it looks like, from what you can tell, unless there's a very in the back roundabout way. But even then, they'd probably have to come down the stairs and into the back, so it'd be
Yeah.
more over.
Okay.
But yeah, so if someone's not in the VIP section already, coming to the VIP section, they're probably coming in through the entrance in that platform from the tavern and then just into that door.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll just get back and tell Rennis do that. In the
Okay.
meantime, just kind of walk by and mention that it seems like the only entrance.
Okay, yeah.
This works in my favor. I would like to
yes.
actually have a conversation with Raiji while
Okay,
we're
yeah,
eating
go for
chicken bones. So was that lizard that we interacted with, the one that was under the effects of demon dust, was it the hardest fight you did in the arena?
No. It was actually kind of easy because it wasn't really focused on me at first. But I don't know. The fights in the arena are very hard. Kind of boring, to be honest.
Really? There wasn't any much challenge for you?
I mean, like from time to time, but like it wasn't like a major challenge ever.
Do you think you'll ever go past just fighting things for strength purposes?
What do you mean?
I mean, you fight things to prove your own strength or to overcome things stronger than you, but do you not have a purpose beyond that? Like taking down things that would harm others, or obviously defending yourself, but having more driving force behind it?
No, I mean, I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to get stronger. The more things I fight, the more I see, the more I learn, the more strong I am.
But there's always a end goal, and for you, I've seen you fight. You could very well become one of the strongest people in the world. What happens when you reach that point?
I don't know. If I'm just one of the strongest, then I keep fighting.
But what if you were the strongest? Where would you go from there?
I'd still have stuff to learn.
Perhaps putting that towards other goals? Like, for instance, I fight because, sure, I need to hone my skills and get stronger, but I also have the intended goal of protecting people or preventing tragedy. Like, I kind of look around, make sure, like, no one is too close. Is there anyone?
No, I mean, it's starting to fill up a little bit more because we're getting closer to fight time, but
Assuming that would make it easier to say something without being noticed?
yeah, the only close people would be the bartenders, but you can just wait for a moment when they're busy doing stuff.
just shuffling with plates or whatever. Like, what we saw in Koi, the lab, does that not bother you? We saw tragedy and horrors beyond even what I could have expected. Something that haunts me.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, stuff happens.
Right, but
You can't stop everything bad from happening.
I wish I could. I'm going to try.
But
At
then
least
there'd
from anything in my reach.
be no reason to do anything.
Well, people can adapt. People can find things to progress and grow. There'd be so many more happy families and growing families in this world if there wasn't such strife. Obviously, there will always be crime and people who abuse their power, but at the very least, not to this extent.
I don't know. I think there's always going to be somebody stronger. And so that's why you need to get stronger. Because those people could be bad.
I'd agree with you there. I don't know, just something I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah.
But I have faith that whatever this invisible man's talent is, you'll overcome tonight. Hopefully at least give you some sort of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, hopefully he's strong.
Well, from the sound of it, this could be your first real challenge in a while.
Yeah.
Would you say all of you are watching the entrance to some degree?
Yeah.
Maybe not you, Raiji?
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
watching
say-
Rennis
Sure.
here.
Okay.
I would say we're maybe even positioned where, like, I'm facing the door.
Yeah, I would be facing the other way then.
Okay, word, yeah.
I'd definitely be watching, yeah.
Yeah. The first person you see that would pique your interest, other than just like what looks like common rabble that would come in to watch it, but you see a lean but muscular human, can't really make out much facial features, or they definitely have short hair because there's no hair in their face or anyway. Just wearing a basic tunic. They look very toned, just from what you can see of their exposed body. Barefoot and ankles wrapped, the bottom of their pants in basically like gauze or white cloth. Comes in with a basic backpack on, nods to the like VIP guard and comes down the stairs and just looks to make a direct line for the left fighter room prep area and then goes in.
Looks like that's your man.
Huh? Who?
Sort of point him out.
Is already in the room by now?
Yeah. You would see like just the back of him as he enters the room.
He's always invisible.
Yeah, you're the one invisible, it looks like.
No.
Dang it.
Fuck.
Too quick.
Rennister, how'd you see that?
My lizard eyes. I can smell him.
With your eyes?
He stinks. So bad it waters my eyes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you guys see that?
Is it time to fight?
No.
Okay.
Father Mersk would come out in like the next 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
nod to you, and be like, "Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go ask him." He goes into that fighter prep room,
Mhm.
comes out, and he says, "Yeah, so you got the right one, the one he didn't go in."
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Normally, you
I
go
knew
in-
he'd decide.
We need you in there at the latest an hour before, so you got about 10 minutes to finish up, and then we get you in there.
Okay.
Anybody you want in there with you for prep? They don't have to be in the ring with you. Like you said, you don't have a corner man, but
No, do you guys? Any of you guys want to come in or?
Yeah, I will come with.
what?
All right.
Someone can unlock it for you.
Cool. I go.
Okay, you go into the prep room?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty standard. It's just a bench, a few punching bags if you need it to warm up.
I will be just kind of getting a sort of knowing how less sanctioned, more of like this underground fighting, cheating and stuff goes. I just want to like look around the room to see if there's anything out of place.
Yeah. What's your perception modifier?
+4.
It looks pretty standard. Don't find anything.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some basic gauze. If someone were to need it, they had an injury. But other than that, nothing seems out of place.
Okay.
And the two of you outside, about 30 minutes before the fight's supposed to happen, the place is pretty busy now. I wouldn't say packed, but it's getting there. Like definitely where if you were going to walk to one side of the room to the other, I mean, granted, there's a giant cage in the middle of it, but besides that, there would be a couple sections where you'd have to like, oh, excuse me, and like push past people, but it's not filled to the brim quite yet. Yeah, you see, because you guys are watching that platform, I assume, right? You see a bright red scaled kobold, long red horns poking out of the back of her flat head, and a big black bladed axe the size of her on her back. And two other kobolds, one of them white scaled, one of them blue. They come through that door, give a nod to the VIP guard, who quickly takes out a key, opens it, and they go into the VIP section. Anything you guys wish to do before the fight takes place? 30 minutes before the fight.
I just stretch,
Okay, yeah. The rest help you stretch, you know?
loosen up.
Yeah, limber him up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like pushes back.
Yeah. We're doing full on yoga.
Yeah,
He's the
we'll
yoga
string him up.
instructor.
All right, now downward facing dog.
Mhm.
And in with the good air. Out with the bad.
Yeah.
Can I look around the crowd out here, see if I can find someone that matches the description
Of what?
Ishi.
of Ishi?
Yes.
And then if they're not there, can I go up to the upper area, like the tavern or where we walked in?
Yeah, and see if there's someone in there. Yeah. Why don't both of you give me a perception check? Well, I guess if you want to look, Eamon, you don't have to. But
I'd be looking around, yeah.
yeah.
22.
Standing by the bar and putting out the vibe.
Wearing really tight leather shorts.
Shorts.
Yep. Gotta show them thighs.
That's a 16.
Yeah, nobody piques your guys' interest in terms of that. Doesn't look like. I mean, there's definitely humans in here, but there is no one that you would equate to a fancy hat and coat. And then, yeah, we'll just keep you roll when you go up. Doesn't seem like it either, Peter, when you go up there. But you definitely get the vibe if this dude has as much money in his pockets, he's probably wouldn't be up in the tavern anyways. But yeah. Okay. So
Before I go out, I would say to Renister, oh yeah, I do remember some fights that I've had recently that have been challenging.
Oh.
So when I sparred with Toto,
Ah. What made her so hard?
she's pretty strong. I'd say about 6 out of 10 times she would win when we sparred.
I'm surprised you remember that from session 0.
It's written on the sheet next to me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
It makes sense. That'd be
Good.
the only thing Raiji would remember.
Yes. So, yeah. So I guess not all of the fights at the Coliseum were boring.
Is she your pinnacle of the arena to beat her more times than she beats you?
Nah.
Yeah, for the record, all of those are spars, so you don't ever actually fight other fighters in the arena.
Yeah.
Just clarification for you, Renisteer, in case you're confused.
Yeah, I
It's
wouldn't-
not
I
like
wouldn't
sanctioned
know.
fights. Yeah. It's not sanctioned fights. It's
Yeah, I don't know. She's probably the strongest person there. That isn't me.
she definitely has the energy of not liking combat as much as you.
Mhm.
She definitely takes it more like a job.
Yeah, she's kind of boring.
Oh,
Hmm.
with a lot of flourish to it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of passion behind the punches, you know, or the axe swings, I guess.
Nah, that does sound boring.
Hmm.
Fighting a waitress,
Yeah.
a really strong waitress
The
with
great
big
axe.
rippling abs.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I walk out.
Well,
I
the
just,
dude at the door like stops. Like the fight's not ready yet.
Oh, I thought it was ready.
No, the song's got to start playing. He said,
Oh, hold on.
the song's got to stop playing for the fight. Where is everyone?
What happened? I'm
For
in the
fight-
ring.
yeah, obviously he walks out, but where is?
I will have a beverage in my hand,
Yes.
standing as near as I can to the VIP door without arousing suspicion, leaning against the
You
wall.
you probably have to be at the bottom of the stairs
That's fine.
because nobody's at the stairs.
Just
for sure.
as close as I can get.
Yeah.
I would wear a bikini and then hold up the round sign and
my
walk.
He's a ring girl.
God damn it.
Probably just standing near the front because I'm assuming
Okay.
I'm like in his entourage.
Are you? Well, he specifically said no one is going to walk out with them, so he'll walk out and then you just leave the fighter prep area.
I
after
just
that.
like I pick up the like confetti that they throw
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for him
Oh
after.
my God.
Well, so do you want to be?
I'd probably come out first, like before they've even.
Oh
set
yeah,
up
you just
anything.
leave.
So, like,
yeah, for sure.
Is there a band in here?
No, there was one bard
Because they're okay.
who was amplified by a magical wand. He points to his throat.
Oh, what a bitch. I'm going to be standing on a one of the stools at the bar because I can't see otherwise.
Yeah, for sure. What's a bunch of dwarves? But
Yeah, but I'm shorter than dwarves.
Okay. Yep. So you're
And I'm also going to be looking towards the crowd more too.
okay. Word. So I will tell you guys. You guys will have you can affect this fight in ways. There are crowd actions
pull out
you
a
can
bomb.
take.
Oh.
You can only take one of them on your turn. We're not gonna unless something kicks off. You guys won't get your full actions. You can just. I mean, you could, but if you do that, you can't do one of these. There is win over the crowd, which is a diplomacy or society check where you give plus, depending on how well you do, you give bonuses to whoever fighter you're trying to win the crowd over to damage on their turn. There is throw them off, which is intimidation or deception against the other fighter's will DC, and that gives that fighter negatives. You could do it to Raiji if you wanted, but I assume you'll do it to the other fighter. There is look over there, which is a deception or performance check that negates all bonuses and negatives affecting each fighter.
Raiji does follow for that every time, though.
And then there you can assist on someone else's check,
Can
obviously.
I throw Raiji a chair?
No. And
throw my
none of
knife.
you are cornermen, so you can't do the cornerman actions that I made knowing Raiji would not have one. Yeah, other than that, that's what you can do.
Other
Okay.
than heal him from far away and get caught for cheating.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you were his cornerman, you wouldn't be in trouble for that.
We walk
but-
out and aim
Well, I
and
figured
nailed
even
to
a
wall.
corner man using magic healing's pretty rare and might be seen. I feel like Raiji would be like, "Don't do that."
man,
Oh,
if,
for sure.
Let
if
me
only you
win
had
like
a
a man.
non-magical man who could have been in the corner.
I literally am skilled in like medical supplies. I'd be the best
You
corner man.
you could do that once.
To him,
Yeah, I could do it a plethora of times.
I got a silver hand. I can
his
touch
stomach,
him.
his stomach would get full. He'd throw up.
Okay, guys, none of you are in my corner, so shut the fuck up.
And
I'm
I'd
in
still
your
be the
corner.
best
I'm
one.
gonna be
So-
that guy's corner man. I'll heal him.
I'm
Raiji.
wearing Raiji's clothes.
I can't wait to try to find an Enter Sandman equivalent on the free music website and sound effects and use. But anyways, the crowd, you guys, they a couple of the workers there kind of they clear the crowd so that he has like a walk path to the arena, and the bard starts up a strum in his lute and then points the wand at his neck. And he says, "All right, folks, we got an absolute screamer for you tonight in the right corner. You know him as the Platinum Fighter, champion of Waku's Honors Coliseum, but tonight he's going a mano-a-mano versus Onzai, the undefeated, Raiji of the Crimson Sands." He like checks a paper. Yes, of the Crimson Sands. And you walk out. Crowd goes wild.
What?
I'm holding up a sign that
Ren
says
is here
Daddy
yelling
on it.
that?
Yeah, but you walk out of the ring.
Yep.
I assume you've made no visual changes. You look exactly like you normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one of the bartenders opens the door for you, shuts it and locks it. And yeah, like you said, it's a literal 50-foot box of black metal cage. The ground is dirt or stone, not dirt, but that's
Cool.
what you're working with. Then he goes, and in the left corner tonight, we got, as stated previously, Onzai, the undefeated, the only one to rise through the ranks, never having a corner man. And tonight, Raiji is meeting him on his own playing field. No corner man himself. Give it up for fuck. Give it up for Onzai, the undefeated.
I just walk out the other. There's just two of me.
You see the dude who You see the dude who came in before. He's not wearing a shirt this time. He looks incredibly well-toned, pretty young, probably early 20s at the latest. Buzzed black hair, very dark eyes. He's a human man. Looks like of Asian descent. So from Wakuzana probably, or New Ranku or the surrounding areas. And yeah, he comes out. The only difference is his knuckles are wrapped as well in that tape. Or gauze or whatever. But yeah, he walks into the arena. He gives you a nod, Reggie.
I nod back.
And he walks to the, like, you guys are apart from each other. And yeah, the bard says, all right, help me count it down. And the whole crowd counts 3, 2, 1. Round 1 begin. And so the cage match between Raiji and Onzai begins. Though the party has a feeling everything isn't going to go smoothly. Will Ishii make an appearance? Will the party be able to get into the VIP room? Can Raiji win the fight? All of this and more. Next time on Dying 5.
If you enjoyed today's episode, consider leaving us a review on whatever platform you listen on. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if anyone in your life just can't get enough tabletop RPG action, send them our way. If tabletops have taught me anything, it's that good stories become great ones when you have some folks to share them with. And as always, thanks for listening.